All right. Oh, okay. All right, good. Y'all will be able to see this. Shalom, anyone who's watching this into the future. This is our, bring it down. Boom. This is our public posting. Oh, it's on my phone. Um, Good God, I hope this thing came through. It did not. Okay, hold on one second. I didn't plan this very well. It's kind of like a last minute thing. All right. So we're going to do a public proclamation, um, followed by the reading of the document, and then again with the public proclamation. Shalom, shalom. This is going to be a really quick video. I don't have it set up to be able to like reply back, but needs to be done at this time. So this is the accepted for value by the children of light with this um, so-called emancipation proclamation. And the declaration is this: non-transferable, non-negotiable. The following watchers are put on notice by the children of light that we accept for value all all related endorsements and raise within our sphere, certified and good on the undersigned unlimited potential, true, correct, and complete. The children of light charge back to the fallen watchers all incurred debt and hereby order them to repay all karmic debts by reversing all outstanding contracts. Furthermore, all fallen watchers are put on notice to challenge this declaration with on the universal timeline with the divine judge if they feel that this declaration is not true, accurate, and in due time. The children of light request ARMEFIA and ALTONO in their capabilities to enforce this contract as ratified by the people, the daughters of Zion, the gods of men, the eye of Ra, the eye of Thoth, and the children of light. And now I'm going to read the document. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one's people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self evident that all men, children of light, are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, the children of light, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people or the children of light to alter or abolish it and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such a form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness and rights of property. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience have shown mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses, usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been such has been the patient sufferance of these children of light, and such now is the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. History of the present king, the three heads of the world, is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these children of light. To prove this, let the facts be submitted to a candid world. They have refused to assent to laws. The fallen watchers. They have refused to assent to his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. The fallen watchers have forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained, and when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. The fallen watchers have refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people unless those people relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. The fallen watchers have called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. The fallen watchers have dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the children of light. The fallen watchers have refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise. The children of light remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions from within. The fallen watchers have endeavored to prevent the population of the children of light for that purpose of obstructing laws for naturalization of foreigners, Gentiles, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. The fallen watchers have obstructed the administration of justice by refusing to his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. The fallen watchers have made judges dependent on his will alone for their tenure in offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. The fallen watchers have erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people, the children of light, and eat out of their substance. The fallen watchers has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. The fallen watchers has affected to render the military independent and of superior to the civil power. The fallen watchers have combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution, our cosmic laws, and unacknowledged by our cosmic laws, giving his assent to their acts of the pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, the children of light, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us, in many cases, the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond the seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a or spiritualite laws really in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule in these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures, and for declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. The fallen watchers have abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. The fallen watchers have plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. The fallen watchers, at this time, transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with the circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in most barbarous ages and totally unworthy of the head of a civilized nation. The fallen watchers have constrained our fellow children of light and taken captive on high seas to bear arms against their country, to become executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. The fallen watchers, have excited domestic insurrections amongst us, and have endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless savage Indian Well, Gentile savages whose known rule of warfare is undistinguishable destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our Gentile brethren. We have warned them from time to time by attempts by their legislature to extend unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, peace, and friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the children of light, the daughters of Zion, the gods of men, the eyes of Ra, the eye of Thoth, and the children of light, in a general congress assembled, appealing to the supreme judge of the world, the black judge, for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name of the authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these children of light are the right of right ought to be free and independent persons, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the fallen watchers, um, the three heads, the Holy Catholic Church, um, and any and all other institutions, the United States, and that all political connection between them and the state of um, the three heads, the city of London, Washington D.C., the city of Rome, or the Vatican, is ought it and is ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent individuals, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of or independent persons may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, the Most High God, the Mother Father, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Um, and I'm going to read the declaration one more time. Oh, here we go. Non transferable, non negotiable. Non negotiable, wait a minute, non transferable, non negotiable chargeback. The fallen watchers are hereby put on notice by the children of light that we accept for value all related endorsements and raids within our spheres, certified and good, with on the undersigned's unlimited potential, true, correct, and complete. The children of light charge back to the fallen watchers all incurred debt, and hereby order them to repay all karmic debts by reversing all outstanding contracts. Furthermore, all fallen watchers are put on notice to challenge this declaration on the universal timeline with the divine judge if they feel this declaration is not true, accurate, and in due time. The children of light request ARMEFIA and ALTONO in their capacities to enforce this contract as ratified by the people. The daughters of Zion, gods of men, Eye of Ra, Eye of Thoth, and the children of light. Shalom, everyone.